Hey everybody, this is Doug with Hissy Fit Reptiles, and you're watching Reptiles Remixed episode Deuce. Alright, so we got some really cool stuff coming up for you today, because today I'm going to be showing you my full breeding plans for this season. It's kind of a little late. Usually I do this in October, November, show you what I have going on for breeding projects. But with everything that kind of got away from me, the baby being born, holiday stuff and everything else like that, I finally get to show you now. I wanted to get everything together and show you what I have going on. Some stuff already is in the incubator. I'm still going to show you what those pairings were from again, as well as stuff coming up. So really excited about that. And also I'm going to be showing you a segment about somebody trying to get over their fear of snakes, and that's brought to you by Sean Bradley from Exotics by Nature and the BallSh podcast. So definitely take a look at that segment in this video. I'm also going to show you the difference between infertile and fertile eggs and how you can tell what that is, and as well as what I use to display these cards here. If you decide to do cards like this and you want to see how would you put them in, how do you get them to be on your tubs, stuff like that. So just a few little things. Should be an exciting video. And of course, this is Doug Knacker, Hissy Fit Reptiles. This is Reptiles Remixed. Okay, so while checking on this clutch of eggs, this is from the red stripe bred to the pastel mystic potion. I had 7 what I thought were good eggs. Apparently I didn't candle this one right. I must have thought there was veins in it or something. But if you look here, it's got a yellowish coloration to it and no veins. And it actually started going bad in the egg box, so I pulled it out so it doesn't get mold and other kind of stuff on the other healthy eggs. So as you can see, it's just like a yellowish coloration, which means it's infertile. For some reason I must have thought that I saw veins in there and left it in there. If I would have realized that there was no veins in there, I probably would have pulled it out, because it means it's infertile. But maybe there was slight veins and maybe it died already. So but anyways, it started to mold a little bit. I wiped it off and I had to unattach it because they're still attached in there, so I had to really carefully take it off of the other egg that it was hooked onto. But so if you're wondering what an infertile egg looks like, this would be it. Again, you can see the yellow coloration around it. Not really any red. As you get over here, it's a little bit more red in color. Maybe that's what I had seen when I did that, but usually a fertile egg is going to be red, a red glow when you put the flashlight up to it. That's going to turn to a yellow. So it's just to make sure now that everything else in here is good. Real quick, I'm going to give that a quick candling. As you can see, I'll zoom in here. So you can see here, you can see the veins, and it's red, like a red coloration, red glow. Veins, red coloration. Veins, red coloration. This one right here. Veins, red coloration. Veins, nice red coloration. And finally that one. So the rest of them are all good. Again, those are all good eggs. This right here, get zoom focused in here. That right there is infertile. So when you're hatching, or when you're having eggs being laid, if you see something like this, more likely you want to pull it out. If you want to try incubating it, I would just suggest incubating it in a separate container, so it doesn't. If I'd have left this in there, the mold would have carried and possibly gotten into the other eggs. So I wanted to get it out of there. So even though it's not really gonna affect too much. It's just now I don't have to wipe off all the other eggs constantly, mold and stuff like that. So, but this egg is no good, but it also doesn't have the consistency of a slug type thing. So just wanted to show everybody that, and in case you come across something and you're not sure what to do, or you're not sure if it's fertile, I always candle my eggs. For some reason, this one kind of got away from me. I thought there was veins in there, and there's nothing. So, but it happens. Sometimes you think you're looking at something one way, and it ends up being something completely different. So, it kind of sucks. Now I'm down to 6 eggs. 6 eggs from the clutch instead of 7. But 6 is still better than nothing. So, gotta think positive. This pairing is Leopard Pinstripe 100% Het Desert Ghost, bred to the Super Pastel Desert Ghost. And this clutch has already given me 7 eggs, so she already laid. So we're really excited about this clutch because I can make Leopard Lemon Blast Desert Ghost to be the best possible outcome. The Leopard Pinstripe 100% Het Desert Ghost is also breeding the Desert Ghost female this season. She is about ready to go through an ovulation. Her follicles are in like mid to high 30s, 35, 36 millimeters. So really excited about this clutch as well because I can also get some visual Desert Ghosts. The best possible outcome in this would be the Leopard Pinstripe Desert Ghost. Of these last 2 clutches, everything that is not visual will be 100% Het Desert Ghost. Okay, so this is a huge ovulation from the Desert Ghost female. Look at that. That is pretty massive. And just like before, a lot of what was a thick looking tail, it's kind of thinned down. Again, that is called the tail suck. Just looking awesome. The huge bulge. That is an awesome ovulation. This is the pairing between the Pastave 100% Het Desert Ghost, bred to the Pinstripe 100% Het Desert Ghost. She's actually going to be ready to lay her eggs pretty soon. She already had a pre-lay shed. The best possible outcome with these will be Pastel Jigsaw Desert Ghosts. Everything that is not a visual Desert Ghost will be possible Het Desert Ghost. This pairing right here is between Desert Ghost, bred to a Pastel Enchi Yellow Belly, and she already laid her eggs. I got 5 good eggs from her. So the best possible outcome with this pairing would be a Pastel Enchi Yellow Belly 100% Het Desert Ghost. Everything from this clutch will be 100% Het for Desert Ghost because of the male. This is a pairing between the Red Stripe and the Killer Blast. That's Super Pastel Pinstripe Spider. She's about ready to go through her pre-lay shed. She had already ovulated. I'm expecting about 4 to 5 eggs from her. Last year she laid 4, but I thought I felt 5 follicles in her. The best possible outcome from this pairing would be a Red Stripe Spinner Blast. That would be a Red Stripe, Pastel, Spider, Pinstripe. This is a Red Stripe bred to a Pastel Mystic Potion. That is a Pastel Mojave Mystic. The best possible outcomes from this pairing would be either a Pastave Red Stripe or a Pastel Mystic Red Stripe. And she already laid her eggs. I got 7 eggs from her. 1 was infertile, but I have 6 good eggs from this clutch. This pairing is between the Red Stripe and the Blade Clown. I do not have any follicles from her yet. She is just under 1,500 grams. She's been around the 1,500 gram mark for a couple months now. But no follicles. If she were to lay eggs this season, I could end up with red stripe, blade, 100% het clowns. Again, right now there is no indication that she will be laying for sure this year, but she could always go late. This is the pairing between red stripe and soul sucker, which is a hidden gene Loma lesser. Best possible outcome from this pairing would be soul sucker red stripes. As of right now, there's no indication that she'll be laying. She's about 2,000 grams. She laid last year, but she was already gravid and had follicles and everything by this time last year, and right now there's no indication that she will be laying this year. This pairing is between this male, which is a pastel, either gravel or yellow belly, so we'll be proving him out with this pairing, bred to a pastel ivory. She does have follicles in her. They're around 25 to 28 millimeter follicles. So she laid 2 years in a row. This would be her third year laying. And if he proves out to be pastel gravel, the best possible outcome from this would be a super pastel highway. So again, if it's a pastel gravel, the best possible outcome would be super pastel highways. If he ends up being yellow belly instead of gravel, the best possible outcome would be super pastel ivories. So it'd be similar to her, but with super pastel instead of just regular pastel. Really excited about this clutch because if he proves out to be gravel, I have a handful of females I'll be breeding him to next year. This pairing is between pastel double het clown pied, bred to a normal double het clown pied. They are both 100% het for clown and 100% het for pied. She is not producing any follicles yet, but if they were to produce babies, the best possible outcome would be pastel clown pieds. Also produce clown pieds. Anything that doesn't have the visual form will be only possible het. So a piebald animal in here would be possible het clown. A clown animal would be possible het pied. And either a normal or a pastel type animal with no visual recessive would be possible double het clown pied. This pairing right here would be pastel double het clown pied, bred to pastel pied, possible het clown. So if I get any visual clowns in here, I can prove her out to be 100% het clown. The best possible outcome if she proves out to be het clown would be killer clown pied. That would be a super pastel clown pied. Anything that's not het clown would be possible het clown. Anything that is not visual pied will be 100% het pied because the mother is a piebald. She is producing follicles. I believe I feel 5 or 6 follicles in her, and I'm not sure what the follicle size is yet. The last time I ultrasounded a few weeks ago with her, she was at about 15 millimeters. So really excited about this. This is my first legitimate chance at clown pied combos. Okay, this girl is in shed, but this pairing here is an orange dream fire spider, possible leopard, possible calico. Parents had leopard and calico in. so it's unsure whether or not this one does or not. But we can find out from this pairing possibly. He's being bred to an Orange Dream Yellow Belly. It's an Orange Dream Yellow Belly female. The best possible outcome, if we don't consider the possible leopard and possible calico into the mix, the best possible outcome would be Super Orange Dream Fire Spider Yellow Belly. If you haven't seen one of those, I recommend going to World of Ball Pythons or going to Ozzy Boyd's website and checking them out because they are amazing. So if there's leopard involved as well, or calico, it'd be the same thing, but with those two genes added, which I don't know if you'd be able to tell the difference of them being in there or not. The most likely way to see if this thing has either leopard or calico in is going to be by having animals with more pattern. So you can see the patterning here is not quite as much, and then also for calico, sometimes calico really ranges in how much white shows. So this could just be the way it is without calico, because Orange Dream Fire Spiders do have some white down there like that. I don't know if you can see that. So slight chance it could be calico, but probably a better chance that it's just the way that combo pans out. And leopard, it's hard to tell because the patterning is so minimal anyways. But excited about this pairing. However, she is not yet producing any follicles. So if she does not go this year, I'll be redoing this pairing next season. But she is over 2,000 grams. As you can see, she's pretty massive. Okay, so those are some amazing clutches I think I have coming, or at least to me, I feel like they're amazing clutches. But there's one other clutch that I have not shown you, and actually it's because it's a joint pairing, a joint breeding project between me and Bill Meiszner from Clutch Constrictors. So really excited about that clutch. We've sworn in secrecy with each other that we wouldn't tell anybody though about what it is. Not quite yet. So stay tuned for a future video when I reveal what that joint pairing is. We're really excited about it, and it's going to be like a cornerstone of both of our future breeding projects going forward for years to come, hopefully. But there's some amazing possibilities about not just that clutch, what that clutch is going to hold, but what clutches come from those babies in the future from holdbacks and stuff like that. And there might be some available animals from that clutch as well. So really excited about that one. I can't tell you what it is yet, and she's not even with me. She's with Bill Meiszner from Clutch Constrictors. She's at his place right now, and they've been locking up. And on top of it, she has between 8 to 9 good sized follicles in her. Just talked to him, and he said he thinks that she may be ready to ovulate within the next couple weeks or so. So really excited about that. Stay tuned for future videos to find out what exactly we have going on there. It's going to be exciting. So I'm really pumped up about that. Every time he talks about it with me, about how they're pairing up and locking and shows me pictures of them and stuff, I get really pumped up about it. So as you can tell, probably in my voice. But that was my full breeding schedule for the season, minus that one I just mentioned. So really excited about a lot of them. As of right now, if you count the joint breeding, I should have 9 clutches out of 13 pairings, which is pretty dang good. That's only 4 females so far that are not showing any signs to lay eggs. Every other female that I'm breeding is showing signs. So out of the 13 females that I have breeding this season, 9 of them either have already laid or should be laying here within the next few months. Alright, now this next segment that I'm going to show you comes from Sean Bradley from Exotics by Nature and the BallSh podcast. This is a clip he posted on Facebook, and it's just an amazing thing that he tries to help this person through their fear of snakes. And that kind of hits a chord with me because I used to be deathly afraid of snakes. So if you guys didn't know that, I have a video, kind of a Q&A video way back, and I'll disclose it in some more future videos as well. But I used to be deathly afraid of snakes and other reptiles, and just to see him helping this person trying to get over their fear, and you can see the genuine fear in her eyes while she's trying to overcome that fear. It's just amazing, and he shared that, and I got a hold of him and asked if I can share it to you guys, so in case you didn't see it on his Facebook page, you can see it right here. Again, that's Sean Bradley from Exotics by Nature and the BallSh podcast. And it's just an amazing segment, and you know, especially if any of you, I know there's more than a few of you, just like me, that were afraid of reptiles at one point in time. I know a lot of you grew up with reptiles, but for a lot of people that have been afraid of them, this might kind of strike a chord with you as well. So check this out. Again, this is from Sean Bradley, Exotics by Nature, BallSh podcast. I'll have links below to his stuff, so that way you can check him out. Check out his website pages, his Facebook pages, and stuff like that. So enjoy this clip.
All right, so I'm running right now. Here we are, getting over your fear.
Here you go.
Come on over. He's holding the biting end. There's nothing that can hurt you about it. There's nothing that can hurt you about it. It's a very smooth snake.
In fact, I actually used to be really afraid of snakes until I started working with these guys. Yeah. Yeah.
He's holding the hurting end. He's holding the biting end. No worries at all.
Okay. I don't want to make him nervous. No, you're not going to make him nervous at all.
Come on in there. You're doing wonderful. Reach it out. Touch that guy. Okay, now give it a long touch. A long touch. Gentle long touch.
See?
Gentle long touch.
This is awesome.
You are doing so well.
Yeah. It's not the best. It's actually kind of smooth, isn't it?
It's really smooth.
Yeah. You want to take a moment and breathe for a second?
Okay.
Here, give me a second. Let me
This is
adjust
great.
real fast.
Okay. Okay.
That was awesome. You were doing great.
Okay.
That was, in fact, actually, before you do that, come over here.
Okay.
Stand over there by the table.
Okay.
Go ahead, stand by the table.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
I want you to see something.
Okay.
That's really cool. Can you see the?
Hey, push me over there. Push me over there. Push me over there. Whatever. Push it
Go
off
ahead and move around until you.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's kind of purpley blue.
Dump it in the bag.
It's kind of pretty. Isn't it?
It's pretty. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so they actually would use that to hide in the mist when they're just trying to escape anything that might want to eat them. You're doing so good. This is awesome.
You're doing so
If
well.
you would like to touch him again, you're welcome to. If you don't want to, you don't have
No,
to.
I got to.
Okay.
I got to.
She's got to do
I
it.
gotta do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to do it.
Yeah,
But a long pet. A long touch. But about 4 inches or so. Great. That was wonderful.
That was incredible.
Okay.
All right. Last one.
Last
Are you
one.
going to go all the way up to my wrist, okay?
This way?
Yep.
Okay.
All the way up to my wrist. That was awesome. That was incredible. All right, you don't have to face your fears anymore.
I did good.
Yeah, you
Can
did
I ask you one
incredible.
question?
Yeah.
Would you be willing, if he's holding that biting end and only the biting end far away from you, would you be willing, even if I'm holding the tail stretched out to where I'm between the biting end and him, would you be willing to put your fingers just around that animal? Just around it, where there's nothing wrong, nothing can hurt you at all. It'd actually be like feeling part of a purse strap.
Is
Would
that
you be
okay?
willing?
Yeah, just be
Yeah?
gentle and you can go like that.
Oh gosh.
Just put your fingers right around it.
Anywhere?
Anywhere back on the
You
end.
can go like that. Be really, really gentle.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
you-
amazing.
That's awesome.
I did
Hey,
it.
you're
That's
braver
amazing.
than I am.
Okay.
That's amazing. That's amazing. What's your name?
Simone.
Simone. That's amazing, Simone. Everybody clap for Simone. Come on. Give it up for somebody who just got over a fear. There's nothing about that guy that can hurt you.
I thank you for filming.
All right, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, as some of you guys know, these are what I use for my identification for my snakes. Is these cards here, and these cards are just a 4x6 thing here. So, and basically it's these picture holders, picture sleeves that I put them in, and I just put Velcro in the back. I put a couple strips down, and then up like this. So these are actually where I get them from. These are just from Office Depot or Office Max. Just clear 4x6 inch pockets, and stay really nice. They don't. The ones I used to use used to crinkle up and kind of get really rough and stuff. These have stayed pretty nice and flat and straight and stuff like that. Now, as far as the baby rack goes, these are obviously too big for baby tubs. So for these, what I'm gonna do now is I just put like little sticker things down, and a lot of them fall off all the time. That's why there's hardly anything on here. So right now it's just me memorizing where everything is, and I don't write on my stuff or put little things on because the baby rack's gonna change so much anyways. But I put these little sleeves on, and I'll just put it's a 3.5 inch by 2 inch sleeve. So these are actually business card sleeves, pockets, and they actually stick right to the tub. So these are also from Office Max or Office Depot. Over by where I live, it's Office Max, but OfficeDepot.com also, you can order this stuff online, or if you have a physical store, you can go to it. But yeah, then I'll put the stuff in there, and then I'll slide it right in there, and it works for like a business card size thing, so you can get like those blank business cards right on them and then slide them right in there, and then maybe you can take them in and out based on whatever you're putting in each tub, because things move around. Especially I don't have anything that's going to stay 100% of their life in the hatchling tubs. Everything's going to eventually move to an adult tub, or eventually I'll be getting a rack that has a sub-adult rack for most of my males and some of my smaller females. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. That's what I do for my stuff, and then this will be done here by the end of the day, and then I'll be putting tags and stuff in there so I know where everything goes. Alright, so that's the end of this episode. I thank you very much for joining me, checking out what I have going on for my breeding season. I already have 3 clutches in the incubator. Hopefully I have 6 more to go, as long as they all, are healthy eggs and stuff like that, and the females go full term. Possibly more if those other females, get off their rocker and start producing some follicles. They're all about, 1,500 grams or more. So really excited about getting them going and getting some nice clutches for you guys to see this year. And then also, thanks again to my Patreon supporters for supporting me and allowing me to do a lot more of this than I used to be able to do. And also, I'm going to be doing a special thing for my Patreon supporters. It's going to be live feeding my egg cutting videos, and then I'll still record it through here, but it's also going to have a live stream when I cut my videos. So I'll be recording it with 2 different devices. My cell phone will be doing the live stream, and then this video camera will be set up to get it for the YouTube as soon as I post it with my weekly video stuff. So they will be able to see what I have before anybody else. And again, it's because they're supporting me through their funds and stuff like that. And I thank all of you who support me either just from watching YouTube videos or supporting me on Patreon. Thank you very much. Here's a list of the awesome Patreon supporters supporting me here at Hissy Fit Reptiles.